Hi! If you just want to know what the cheapest and most effective method is to slay tier 2 Enderman, just go to the timestamp on the screen. So, last week my friend asked me. Hello.
Hey man, can you help me with something?
What is it?
How do you get Enderman Slayer 2?
That's the neat part. You don't.
Fuck.
Okay. On a real note, I did what every other Skyblock enjoyer would do. I cried in forums that it's too hard and should be nerfed because I can't kill it. After not getting a response for 4 minutes, I opened up Hypixel wiki and took a look at armor sets, weapons and pets, and started tier crafting like I'm about to invent sliced bread.
One eternity later.
Quick disclaimer, I will use the Void Edge Katana with every set, so if you can't use that, go and grind tier 1 Void Glooms and purchase one. You can get one for 750k and an Enderman Slayer 6 enchant for 1.5 mil. Also, don't forget to add all of the regular basic enchanting table enchants. Alright, so with that being said, if you don't do 70 to 100k damage per hit with the sword and the sets, you might want to invest a bit more into your character and revisit this video later. So after a while, I came up with two viable solutions. There might be other ways to do this, but these are the most efficient, and I'm not mentally unstable enough to experiment with them, nor can my bank account handle my autism. After looking at my stats, I realized this might be a bit unrealistic, so I came up with a few guidelines to make this more accessible for newer players. Rule number 1. I'm not allowed to use any of my legendary talismans. Rule number 2. No pets above 1,000,000 coins. Rule number 3. No armor above a total of 10 million coins. My first thought was, Mastiff armor. It gives a lot of health, and I should be able to out-heal the damage, right? So being a dog didn't really work out, so I decided to go all in on the furry aesthetics and became a
big ass 6'5" werewolf looking guy with huge muscles.
I tested this with a few pets. Obviously, I tried tiger first, and I got bonked. I thought to myself, this ain't working, chief. So I read the description again, and realized I'm dumb. The set is supposed to heal people around you, but not you. But I didn't give up, so I tried a different pet, and oh my god, was this pet truly broken.
Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey.
But that didn't work. I knew what the problem was. I needed to be a bit more thick. So once again, I was back to researching the truth of cheap thickness. Then it hit me. Rare diamonds. So I applied it to my whole set for like 200k and added Lost and 2, which turned out to be bugged, so it's a complete waste of money. So anyway, even without Lost and 2 being useful, I managed to reach a whopping 320 defense, next to the 700 defense from the Werewolf set, 60 from Protection 5 in all pieces, and 200 from the level 100 Rock Pet. With this, I ended up arriving at 1536 defense. But take note, since this can be affected by a mining level, since it gives +2 defense per level. So even with this ridiculous amount of defense, you can't live through a tier 2. Why? Well, you still like healing, so it's easily accessible to many players and they're cheap. A Wand of Mending. You should probably get Ultimate Voice 3 or higher in both your Katana and Wand of Mending to make things easier in the future. So the strategy goes something like this. You whip out your rock, you sit on it, you click Wand of Mending, and you beat the boss. Okay, a bit more in detail. You will want to use the Katana's ability to break the boss's shield while sitting on the rock and making sure you're keeping the Wand of Mending ability on you constantly. Below 50% health, he will start throwing glyphs and you will want to expect a den towards them and run around the boss in your way back to not take too much damage. You will want to collect the glyphs a couple of seconds after they have been thrown, otherwise you will throw them too often and you won't have time to damage him, and if you don't let him hit you, he will regen to full health. Although you can kill the boss using the werewolf armor, it's still not the best. Not only is it slower to kill the boss, it's also harder, and the next set is even cheaper than the werewolf set. However, the werewolf set has many other uses besides Ender Slayer. For example, you can use the ferocity to get extra mithril powder out of gas and extra starfall out of star sentries. The next set is a bit mysterious. It's quite unknown in the community, yet it's very powerful. Not only for beginners, but also for intermediate players, while not breaking any of our priesthood guidelines. The Monster Raider set. So, what is the Monster Raider set? It consists of Skeleton's helmet, Guardian's chestplate, Creeper pants, and Tarantula boots. If you do not have any of these collections, you can just try joining a Hypixel Skyblock Discord server and asking someone to craft it for you, or try to buy them off the AH. So now you know what the set is, but why is it so good? What does it do? The set boost makes you take 35% less damage from monsters, yes, that does include Enderman Slayer bosses, and deal 35% more damage to them. That's just simply an absurd amount. You will want to add the reinforced reforge to it as we did with the Werewolf armor, and use the exact same strategy that we utilized with the previous set. This armor should make things go much easier and quicker. That 35% extra damage should make a huge difference. I personally do 80 to 90k damage in Werewolf armor, but I do 110k with this set, while still being just as tanky, if not even more thanks to the 35% added damage reduction. So now that we have discussed their options, I would like to mention another method. You could just use the Virgin Sweat meta set 3/4 Fawn Destination with a Warden helmet and an Ender Dragon pet with Atom Slit Katana. But hey, it's not that easy grinding out 1 billion coins. Or is it? You see, you could just draw something unholy and utterly retarded for 10 billion coins, but that's not my cup of tea.